Good afternoon, guys. Glad to have you guys back in class today after the 3-day weekend. Now, let's get this video watched. Let's see how we need to use subtraction and a new method to figure out how we're going to use elimination to solve for a system of equations. So, our learning target for this video is the same as yesterday's. Now, let's start with this first problem. I have 5x minus 4y equals negative 22. I also have the difference of 5x and negative 7y is equal to negative 16. Now, like yesterday, remember how I described this? We have to look to see, can I add or subtract to eliminate? Well, if I add, obviously I'll have 10x and negative 11y, so I need to subtract. So when I subtract, I change all the signs of the bottom row. You could do the top row, but I usually just do the bottom row to make life easier for us. Now, from here, this cancels out. We got 3y equals negative 22 plus 16 is a negative 6. Now from here, you want to divide by 2. Or not divide by 2, divide by 3, my apologies. Y equals negative 2. Now, let's solve for x. So we know y is equal to negative 2. We go back to our original equation. Let's do the first one. We got 5x minus 4 times negative 2 equals negative 22. From here, combine like terms, multiply this here, we simplify here. 5x plus 8, because negative times a negative is a positive, equals negative 22. Subtract 8 from both sides. 5x equals negative 30. Divide by 5. X equals negative 6. And it's good practice to make sure you easily locate your answers. Now, let's take a look at the second equation. We got 6x minus 14y equals negative 18. And the difference of negative 3x and 7y is equal to 9. Now we got a problem. If we add, none of these eliminate. Nor if we subtract, none of them eliminate. Now we have to modify a little bit. So what we want to look for is which variable we are going to eliminate. For this purposes, I'm going to eliminate the x value. Why is that? Because these are opposite signs already. Now, I already know that if I multiply 2 by 3, I would end up with 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this entire row by 2. So now I have 6x minus 14y equals negative 18. This is the same thing as the top row, so nothing changes on the top. Then the second row, negative 6x, because I multiply here. We just distribute that, minus 14y equals 18. Now, we add down, we're actually going to eliminate two things. We eliminate the 6's, so we have negative 28, y, and this actually eliminates equals 0. Now, we know anything multiplied by 0 is 0, so when we divide, we get y equals 0. Now we go back to the original equation. You do not want to use this bottom equation right here where we multiplied, just in case you made a mistake. So go back to your original equation right here. So we got 6x minus 14 times 0 equals negative 18. Remember that 0 is what y is, so we replace that y with the 0. From here, what you want to do is multiply by 0. You have 6x equals negative 18, because that cancels out. Divide by 6. X equals negative 30. If you want to check this quickly, negative 3 times negative 3 is a positive 9. Hope you guys enjoy these videos. Not as long as they are normal, could be normally. So what I want you guys to do is make sure you have the answers, make sure you have the steps, and be ready to solve this tomorrow. Now, the question maybe asked is, could you solve for y? Yes, you could. What you would have to do is, instead of multiplying this by 2, you'd multiply this row by negative 2. you would still end up with the same answers, and you would still come out the same way. Now, we may do that. We'll probably do that tomorrow, but for right now, this is the way we do this. If you have questions, mark them down. Be ready to ask me tomorrow. We do have a video check over this. Thank you guys very much, and you have a wonderful evening. Good night.